So, hello fellow banknote collectors, how you going today? And in today's video, we are having a look at Sierra Leone's current banknotes. And if you see from the last denomination, it is 1,000 Leones. So, you can also tell it's that the country is called Sierra Leone, the currency is called Leone. So the country's name is actually from Portuguese origin. So it actually means Sierra, that's mountain, Leone, so lion. And it comes from the Italian spelling actually, and it means lioness mountain. So that's basically what the actual country is named after. So the currency just means lioness. So basically that's what the actual currency is. And if you have a look on the coat of arms, you can see it's a heretic coat of arms. So it actually has a lion, and it actually has two lions on the side, so they're male lions. Then we have some trees. We have some, looks like coconut palms up top. And the motto of Sierra Leone is unity, freedom, and justice, which is quite similar to the motto of some other countries. So this currency has been in circulation since 1964, and originally it had a value of £1, which was equivalent to the Australian pound, because they're both based on the United Kingdom pound, equals 2 Leones. So that would have had the same value in 1964 as the Australian dollar in 1966. And obviously they've had inflation. So this inflation was actually caused by a civil war which ended, I believe, about 2000, and it actually pretty much destroyed the country like it actually did to Liberia, and it set the country back decades. So now they've actually had to rebuild it. This currency is actually pretty stable, and the value is about, I think, about 3,500 Leone to an Australian dollar. So the highest banknote is actually 10,000, which is only about $3 or $4 in the exchange rate. And on the front of this banknote, we have a guy called Babe Bura, and he has birthday 1840 to 1908. And he's on here because he was actually a ruler, also a Muslim cleric and militaries into military strategies, and he actually led a rebellion against the British in 1898 in northern Sierra Leone. So Sierra Leone is actually mostly a Muslim country from what I've seen. In the demographics, God, I can't speak properly. So that's who is on this one. And this is actually him in a stylized form, so when you actually look at photographs of him, he doesn't actually look like that. He actually looks like, so that's who we're actually looking at there. The same guy. This one's more like a artistic form of his representation. And to me it actually looks a bit weird, but also is quite unique. Then we have some carvings down below. On the back we have just a satellite dish, and we have some other structures as well. And obviously it's got De La Rue. The watermark is a lion. So that is the smallest banknote of Sierra Leone at the moment. Their coins that they issue are a 10, 50, 100 and 500 Leone. So that's actually the smallest banknote. Then we have the 200. This one has Isaac Thomas Wallace Johnson, 1894 to 1965. And he was a journalist, activist, politician. He was initially a radical, but then took up the moderate cause as Sierra Leone's independence became closer. And he actually passed away in Ghana in 1965 in a car crash. It's quite tragic. And as you can see, it has a cargo ship And the coat of arms, watermark is also a lion. And if you see here, that's actually a feature for the actual line. So on each banknote, it's actually different. So here we have the 1,000, 2,000, 5 and 10,000. And on the reverse, we have, so this is actually a central bank building, and we have some abstract art forms from one of the indigenous people of Sierra Leone, because actually there's a lot of different ethnic groups that speak different languages. English is the working language, but it's probably not a native language of majority of the people. Then we have the 5,000, so quite a nice banknote as well. This one has Sangbi Pia, 1813 to 1879, and he was and he actually led a revolt against the Spanish on La Amistad. He was actually tried in the United States but found not guilty due to self-defense. So the slave trade at the time was illegal in a lot of countries, and thankfully it no longer exists in most places. As you can see, it has a nice security feature, so a holographic strip there, and also a diamond. So a diamond's actually important to the Sierra Leone economy. And if we look on the reverse, we have a dam, and it is a Bambuna Dam. And it's one of the major dams that actually in Sierra Leone actually provides, it's one of the few sources of renewable energy. Then we have my favourite banknote. So this is the 10,000 Leones. And as you can see, it doesn't actually have a person. It actually has a map of Sierra Leone, a dove for peace, and actually has the flag. So the flag is green, white and blue. And if we have a look on the reverse, it has this is a white silk cotton tree. And on the other banknote, the previous version, which was larger, it actually took up the whole banknote in the centre and actually looked quite beautiful. So the early versions of the 10,000 is actually one of my favourite African banknotes. And we have the coat of arms, and we have the sort of savannah where the actual tree grows. So this is all grassland, and has a lot of animals that are quite familiar to people who like Africa. So it's got giraffes and elephants and lions and cheetahs and lots of different beautiful animals. Also, you can see the actual security feature, the metallic holographic star, I would say. Also a strip as well, going down here with 10,000. And has a motto that you can see there: cohesion, peace and prosperity. And this is actually not a cheap banknote to actually get. So if I just look up eBay, so here I actually have some values. So you're paying about $2 to $3 for a 1,000. As you can see, there is a 500 that used to circulate. The 2,000, yeah, about $4 to $5. Then we have some older banknotes. The 5,000, so this is the previous series, it's larger, $9. So the current series will most likely be not as expensive, it shouldn't be anyway. But basically, if you actually want to get the whole collection, you're probably paying about $25. I would say if you actually want to get the whole set. If you just want individual banknotes, under $10 each, it seems fine. But it depends on the actual postage. See, a lot of these actually don't have postage included. And you'll see that a lot of denominations are missing. So there's not many 50 and 100 leones. 50 cent is also not that common. And the banknote with this dictator on it seems to be quite common in the 100 Leone. But at the moment, I haven't actually seen a 10,000. So let's see if we can actually find one that doesn't bust the bank. So we've got 30. Here you go. $45. I think that is overpriced because the exchange rate's only about $3 to $4 for that banknote. So $45, no, definitely. You can actually shop around and get something a lot cheaper than that one. And then you got these ones. These are definitely overpriced. So I wouldn't even worry about getting that, even that one. Hope that's more than one banknote. $63. And then here's looks like the older version, so it's actually larger. So if we have a look at the actual banknote, you can see that the colour is actually a lot more crisp than the version I have. So this one. And then if we look on the other side, look at that. The tree actually looks beautiful. It's actually better than the tree that's on this one. So this is actually one of my favourite banknotes. And look at it, the price is actually fairly expensive and it's pretty much overpriced. That's just the way I feel. Anyway, I hope you like Sierra Leone. I have trouble saying that country's name, Sierra Leone. Hope you like their banknotes because they're actually quite nice. They only issue 4. They issue 4 coins, in which most of the coins are probably not used. But also, if anyone has actually ever been to Sierra Leone, can you please leave a comment down below because I'd actually like to know what they actually think of the country. Anyway, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching my video and have an awesome banknote and coin collecting time. Thank you and goodbye.